Today I'm going to show you how I make a basic chicken curry with red lasagna pasta sauce. So I've got 2 medium onions chopped and ready, 2 blocks of ginger garlic cubes. You can get these from Tesco, or I used to make my own and preserve them with a bit of oil, and my whole garam masala ready. I've already defrosted some 2 blocks of ginger and garlic paste because I want to brown it slightly in oil. It just smells better, tastes better. So my oil's heating up. I'm going to put the garlic ginger paste in. I'm waiting for the ginger garlic to brown. And by charring them, they lose the bitterness. It burns off the bitterness in the peel, and the aroma comes out. It's a lot more stronger. The smell is a lot more stronger, and it tastes better somehow. So these are almost ready. I've added the onions. Now I'm going to use a dessert spoon and add a level spoon of salt so it cooks quickly, browns and cooks quickly, caramelizes. I'm going to cook the equivalent of 1.5 chickens, so this salt isn't actually a lot. I know it looks like a lot. I mean, you can go less if you want to. I will probably end up adding more to it later. I like my curries slightly more saltier than most people do. I'm going to add a bit more oil to this. I've added a bit more oil. And I'm going to stir it quickly, mixing all the salt properly, and cover it and let it cook for about 10-15 minutes, and check on it every now and then. Make sure the heat isn't too high, otherwise the onions are going to burn. Now whilst the onions are cooking, I'm going to go through the spices that I'm going to use for this curry, and these are, I would say, basic spices that you need for a curry. So first of all, so this is Bolt's curry powder. You can find in most Asian shops, and it just adds so much aroma to the curry. And I've cooked with many other like East End brand, Natco, but it's just not the same. It's just not the same. And if you use this, you'll know what I mean. You can get this on eBay and Amazon, but it's very expensive. I mean, on Amazon you can get it much cheaper in Asian shops in London and places. So it's got these ingredients in it: coriander, turmeric, chilies, mustard, ginger, cumin seed and fenugreek. Now this is whole garam masala spices that I've actually ground and roasted and ground and stored in this container. I'll show you in my spice video hopefully what I use, the spices that I use, the brands that I use. So, and I'll show you this particular one. It's got everything in it, from peppercorns to cardamom, cinnamon, bay leaves, cumin seeds. And this, I've mixed cumin powder and coriander powder together, because I mostly use equivalent amount in every single curry, and so I've mixed the two. It's roughly 50% of each. Chili powder and turmeric powder. Onions have browned and cooked through, softened quite a bit. Now I've actually added another onion, so now there's 3 medium onions in there, because I've realised I didn't have enough onions for the amount of chicken I'm cooking. I'm going to add the spices. So again, with the same dessert spoon, I'm taking some turmeric. You don't need a lot of turmeric because the curry powder has quite a bit in it. So yeah, about 1/2 teaspoon. Chili powder, this is quite hot, so yeah, about 1/3 of the dessert spoon. Now curry powder, I use quite a bit of this. I think this adds so much flavour in it, in the curry. So 1 slightly heaped spoon of dessert spoon. Now I'm going to use one slightly heaped dessert spoon of cumin and coriander mix, sorry. That goes in. And yeah, the garam masala. I've put whole garam masalas in, so I don't really need that much. I'm just going to put some at the tip of the spoon. Now I'm going to give this a good mix. And what I've been doing recently is just to cut down on cooking. Given the spices a good stir, and I'm going to cook it uncovered for about 10-15 minutes. And this actually brings out the aroma of the spices even more. The curry smells so much nicer, and it cuts down on the cooking time as well. If you cook it like this unopened, you can throw in the chicken in about 10-15 minutes, and the tomato sauce actually first, and then the chicken. I'm going to prepare my chicken now. Just a quick tip: after you put the chicken in, after you've cooked the curry, and once the chicken's cooked, when you taste the curry, and if you think it tastes a bit bland, then you can always add some chili flakes. I've got some chili flakes here. You can add some chili flakes. I get these from Asian ones, from Asian shops, and they're just as nice as the one you get from Tesco. And just add some more curry powder, maybe, I don't know, half a level dessert spoon of curry powder to start off with, and hopefully the curry should taste better. So, and black pepper, if you want to add black pepper, you can do. Once I put the chicken in, I add fresh clove of garlic, chopped garlic, about 2 cloves, because I don't have fresh garlic, and I do that with my curry all the time. It just adds so much more flavour and aroma. Because I don't have fresh garlic today, I'm going to add garlic powder once the chicken goes in. So the spices are ready. They're a good few shades darker than they were to begin with. I'm going to put the tomato sauce in now. Roughly added 4 dessert spoons of tomato sauce, and going to mix it in quickly and add the chicken. So these are leg and thigh pieces of chicken, and because I don't have fresh garlic, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. I would have added about maybe three garlic cloves to this. Fresh garlic, chopped garlic. Now I'm going to give it a good stir with the heat low and cover it and let it cook for about half an hour to 40 minutes, and check in between so it doesn't burn. I did some red chili flakes because I wanted some more heat in the curry, and it's been cooking for 10 minutes. The water's come out, and I think more water will come out as it cooks. So I'm going to stir it, give it a quick stir, and then cover it again and let it cook. I've added the Hatkora to the curry. Water's come out more. I don't think I'll put any water in. If I was to add potato to this curry and make it slightly less thicker, I would add water later on. But I want this to be a nice saucy thick curry, so I won't be adding any water. A lot of water that comes out of the chicken. I sometimes end up actually uncovering it and drying the water just so it comes out thicker. Now I'll just let it cook about 10-15 minutes. So the chicken's cooked now, and I've turned off the heat. Some of the pieces are actually slightly overcooked, and surprisingly I didn't need to add any more salt or spices to it today. So that's all done, and I'm going to garnish it with freshly chopped coriander from the garden. Been growing my own veg and herbs this year, the coriander. And these are a type of spinach which I'm going to cook now. I'm just going to fry some onions, finely chopped onions, some turmeric, bit of curry powder and green chilies, and that's it really.